Hey girl, hey, and hey guys too. How you doing? This is Miss Tony here. Welcome to my channel, Miss Tony's Love and Life Lessons, and I am here today to do a review of Ready to Love Season 6, Episode 4. So I don't know if you guys watched it already, and I thank you for joining me to hear my thoughts and my opinions on it. And so let's get started. It's gonna be a short video. I'm just gonna kind of go through it with you and give you my opinion and tell you who I think could be dateable or who needs some dating help, okay? Because I saw some party crashes up in this place, okay? Now, so first, Tommy comes in and he meets the men at their gentleman lounge. They sit down and they chat it up. They discuss, about, how everything went, who they met and everything, and, how everything was going. So Tommy talked to the guys and he told Wiley that, he told all the guys that he was bringing in 2 more dates, and it told Wiley that, some of the women had a few issues with him because of his age. So he was, hooking him up on a blind date with someone that was a little bit more, to his age, which is good because, Wiley is, I think he's in his 30s. So I think most of the women, like I said last episode, they really not looking to be cougars, at this point in their life. They're looking for something solid. And Wiley could be something solid, but, I think most of these women maybe have been married, they have children, they've lived a little bit longer, maybe experienced some things that maybe he has not, and so it's just not a match. It's not jiving. So anyway, Wiley's going to get to go on a blind date, and he's going to get to meet somebody, and maybe a little bit younger and fresher for him, okay? So it's 2 dates that's coming in. Wiley's going on one, and let's see it. Who has one-on-one? Precious one-on-one. Precious one-on-one with a guy named Donovan. So we'll get to her first. We'll get to her next. But so the guys chatted up. Tommy talks to them. This week, the elimination is in the guys' court. So they're going to get a chance to, eliminate, a lady this particular time, this episode, okay? So now, Wiley goes on his blind date. He meets up with a young lady named Trina. She's very beautiful, 31 years old. She's an esthetician. She says she's an entrepreneur. She came out of a really toxic, bad relationship. That's what she shared with him. And out of that relationship, I think she had a daughter, maybe a 2-year-old, something like that. And now this is what I noticed, and this is just my opinion. I think that it's never a good idea, to just go right on in the door, telling people all the bad things about you. If you was in a toxic relationship, that's fine. You can just say, I was in a relationship a couple years ago, it didn't work out, it wasn't a great situation, but I got a beautiful daughter out of it. So a lot of times when you present yourself, a bad image, I just got out of a toxic relationship, people don't hear you just got out of it. They hear toxic. Oh, really? And the first thing they start doing is forming an opinion, start judging, thinking, well, maybe you, maybe you could be damaged or, whatever, So just don't give people no preconceived ideas about you. You giving them something to judge you off of before they even get to know you. So just a little tip from Miss Tony's, a love and life lessons on that situation. Don't present something toxic or something negative to someone when you first meet them, because you're giving them an opportunity to judge you, okay? So remember that. So anyway, they had a good little date, little dinner. They seemed to vibe with each other, She's very pretty. They laughed, they talked. They had a lot in common, things like that. So I think that he should be able to, to date her a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. I like Wiley, and I'm glad they threw somebody in the mix for him, okay? We'll see where that goes. Next, we had Precious. She went on a date with a young gentleman, 42 years old, Donovan, and he's a realtor. Precious, she is just meeting and greeting people with her sexuality. She did that on the very first show when she came out. She said she'd like to be touched and this, that, and the other, it's so important how you present yourself is how people are going to remember you, you know. So first impression is a very lasting impression. So please, you know, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a good idea, you know, to just rip all the band-aids off when you first meet someone. Let a person get a chance to like you and know you, you know, before they start learning a lot of bad things about you. By the time they fall in love with you, you know, the bad ain't going to even matter. That's just Miss Tony's little advice for you, okay? So Miss Precious comes in and she's talking to Donovan, and she's so sexual. She's flirting with him. I mean, just overbearing, you know, and it's just too much for, you know, ladylike, in my opinion, okay? So I think she was really kind of turning him off, though. She told him that she hadn't been in a relationship in 9 years, but she hadn't had, you know, been intimate with anyone, I think maybe 6 months, you know. So in other words, she's been screwing around, you know, but she ain't been in no relationship. So that's not something good to be telling a man, you know. Y'all got to learn to know what to tell and what not to tell. You don't be telling nobody all that, okay? It's a need to know situation. Your sexual escapades, your relationships, certain things, it's need to know. And he did not need to know that, sweetheart. He just met you, okay? Okay. So anyway, they go on a date. He talked to her. You know, I don't think it's going to be anything because Precious is just, she's just saying the wrong things. And this goes back to another thing that I said, you know, a lot of these women, and I don't know if they do, maybe they do, but I feel like a lot of these couples, these singles, you know, they need some dating, some coaching. You know what I mean? Because there's certain things that you just don't say to people when you first meet them. And someone should be coaching them. If you want the people to match, you want the people to meet someone, they need to be coached. Because clearly, if they could do it, they would have already done it, you know? So they needed some help. They don't just need to have a man or a woman put in front of their face and don't have the tools that they need, you know, to be successful. There you go, Miss Tony's Love and Life Lesson. Another one of my little tips, okay? Then next, Joy, she goes on a date with Laverne. Now, they hadn't been on a date before, but they kind of flirted around at the bowling lane the last time, and they seemed to vibe. You know, Laverne seemed to have been really into her, and he seemed like once he locked in with her, he just locked in for life, you know. They had a good date. They flirted with each other. They laughed. They talked, you know. Joy's a very pleasant, outgoing person, you know. She does have a one-track mind. And her one-track mind, you know, right now, I think is Clifton. But she was willing to open up to Laverne, and I like that. Good job, Joy. You know, keep your options open, honey, because Clifton has a 3-year-old. I don't think you have any children. So be careful with that, sweetheart. All right, so, but they went on a pottery date. They had a good time, and I enjoyed that date. She likes Laverne, and I like Laverne for her, you know. Next, then the couples, they all meet, let's see, no, Donovan meets, Dakia goes on a date. Who's she going on a date with? Somebody, I can't remember. I think it was Donovan goes on a date with AP. She's the widow, and AP, bless her heart. Once again, you know, people don't need to know everything about you, you know. She's telling everybody that she meet that she's a widow. If you're a widow, that's fine, but I don't think that you need to present yourself as, hey, my name is AP and I'm a widow. What you are is you're a beautiful young lady. You're a single mother at this time, you know, and you're interested in meeting somebody because you're ready to love. Stop introducing yourself as a widower. That's not a good, you know, that's not a good presentation. So anyway, it's just, she's just really running everybody away, you know, with that widow situation. So I don't know how that's going to work out for her, because she's becoming very, very, very dry with this widow business, okay? Because it's almost like you telling people, you know, and the first thing a person going to do is feel sorry for you. Oh, you widows, I'm sorry, you know. But this is a dating situation. You know, you're trying to meet someone. So stop leading with sympathy. You're a widow. Yes, okay. We get it. And if you're not healed from it, and that's your first thing that you got to say when you meet someone, you're probably not dateable. You're probably not ready to date, okay? All right, take it from Miss Tony, AP girl. Go and get you just a little bit more help. Oh, sweetheart, okay, sweetheart, because you're not ready. All right. So now everybody goes out to a beach house Tommy has for everyone. beautiful beach house somewhere. Tommy shows up on a boat. The men are chatting up around the beach. They're talking, sharing a little knowledge. The ladies get together. They're chit-chatting. They come in looking all gorgeous with their bathing suits and everything. So they are all, going to try to do some meeting and greeting and dating and getting to know each other, because the men have to make a choice, to who they're going to eliminate. So everybody kind of, try to do a little moving around to see if they can make a match, okay? Because this, this is for a fourth episode. It's time for some connections, because so far I haven't really seen no real connections, So anyway, at the beach house, everybody's hanging out, and the chef guy, I think his name is Donovan. Not really sure what he's. I can't remember these people's names sometimes. But anyway, the chef guy. No, Donovan's the new guy. I'm sorry. The chef guy. He's in the kitchen. He's in his element. Now, he showed me a different side of him today, because he seemed like he is really there for, introducing himself as a celebrity chef. I don't know if he's there to get some business or not, but I'm telling you, you got to pay attention to the things that come out of people's mouth, the first things they say, how they present themselves. It's almost like a tagline for some of these people. Hi, I'm a widow. Hey, I'm a chef. What is it? Are you looking for love, or are you looking to cook for somebody? You looking for some clients, or you look for some sympathy? What do you want? This is a dating show, so stop introducing yourself. It's hey, I'm a chef, or hey, I'm a widow. It's not working for me. Okay. So then the chef is in there talking, and Dakia comes in. She comes in, sit down, and talks to him because she's really interested in him. She wants to pursue him a little bit. And then, but then Carmen comes in, and she just pushes Polo the kill on out the way, honey, because she's like, look, she in there talking and shooting, blowing wind, just blowing air in there, and I'm about to come in there, honey, and shoot my shot. So come to find out, she's known the chef before. He worked for her for a gig before, and so they obviously have some type of attraction, at least she think they do. But anyway, it was a weird situation for me because I didn't see any other interaction with them besides that particular scene. So maybe maybe they had some other interaction, but they didn't show it. Okay, all right. So then, like I say, the guys are sitting around the table, everybody's talking and conversing, and then other people started going on dates and stuff. Yeah, Dakia goes on a date. She meets up with Donovan, the new guy. So she chats it up with him. Paul chats it up with Trina, the new young lady that was introduced to Wiley. He's talking to her, and she's giving him some line about she's always dated older. I don't know why she's telling him that. But, and he's like, oh, okay, Paul, you too old for that girl, too mature, too grown, leave that girl alone, let Wiley have somebody, going on someone, find you a mature woman up in there. There's plenty of mature women in there. Maybe you can't handle up a mature woman, that's why you're looking for, somebody that's younger. I don't know what you're looking for, Paul. I like you, Paul, but you're going to have to make the right choice, though. Trina is not it, and that's my opinion, okay? Now, then, like I said, Dakia talks with the chef. Carmen comes in. And after that, let's see. Everyone has started mixing and mingling. Ace and Tori, have a little sit down and talk. Ace really likes Tori, but she also is into Demetrius. But Tori is, he's a nice guy, so she just, she's not into Demetrius, not her, that's Sabrina. But Ace and Tori have a little chat, and they kind of have a little date and get to know each other a little bit more. Then, like I said, Precious comes for Paul, and she comes down and starts flirting with Paul. Now, Paul, remember, she's the one that saved Paul that the other week. And Paul was so turned off about her, sexuality and everything. And he told her that he was going to go mix and mingle, and she need to do the same, In other words, he just blew her off and just told, he just basically said, when she wasn't around that, it's just too much. She's doing too much with this sexuality. So anyway, she's walking around flirting with everybody. It looked like she may have had too much to drink. Now, when you around a group of men like that, ladies, maybe one or two drinks, know your limit, because then once you go outside your drinking limit, then you start acting a little extra. And then so, that's going to be a bad reflection on you. But people just start passing pressures on around, just blowing her off because nobody was interested. Tori and Sabrina, they have a little side date. He brings her a nice little gift with some cupcakes because Tori is really into Sabrina. And Sabrina is also, she's the one that's also into Demetrius. But Demetrius seemed to be kind of waiting on her. But this time he decided to step his game up and sit down and talk to Sabrina and let her know, that he really, was interested in, being with her, making her the one. Okay? So that was good. That was a good move, Demetrius, because you about to get put out, okay? Then AP, she just over there boring Donovan with her widow story, which nobody's interested in. Laverne, everybody start gossiping about him, talking about him, how he's just kind of shut down. I'm assuming that he just had this date with Joy. He found what he's looking for. He doesn't want to talk anymore. He just... they tell me he got a God complex. I think he just feel like he don't see anybody there else to choose from. That's who he like. And I guess if he figure, if he can't be her, then he really not interested in anybody else. So we'll see what happens next week, see how he move around, because, big boy is claiming Joy all kinds of ways, Clifton, so I don't know what's going to happen with that situation, okay? But anyway, Joy and Clifton have a little side date. They meet and, start flirting with each other. That was cute, I ain't really seen it for the two of them. But anyway, like I said, this is a short review. The guys got together and the ladies come together at the end. And Tommy tells the guys that, after they talk about the deliberation and everything, talk about who, Precious and AP is up on the block, so Tommy gonna have one of the guys, to let the lady know, that they're gonna be going home. He's not gonna call him out this time. So, but anyway, Demetrius is chosen to do that, and then it kind of left us with a cliffhanger. So that's pretty much it for tonight. I think the episodes are picking up a little bit. People that seem to finally kind of making some matches. Joy, it's going to be a little Joy in Laverne and Clifton little situation. And then Sabrina and Tori and Demetrius, that's going on. Ace is, I'm not sure who's really feeling Ace, really, to be honest with you, but she's still in the running, for some reason. And Carmen is shooting her shot at the shelf, and, everybody's in the game, they're in the game, but I think either AP or Precious going to go home. They ought to send both of them home because neither one of them ain't doing nothing, no way. But Precious is annoying everyone with her sexuality. AP is just over there talking about she a widow. So just going on to the house, honey, till y'all get ready. It seems like Precious is there, honey, to get, laid, and, somebody may take her down. I don't know. But anyway, that was this episode, Ready to Love, episode 4. Then next week, they'll come in. Of course, the women that have the opportunity, to eliminate. So we'll see what happens then. I enjoyed the show. I definitely think some of the ladies that are going to be left are going to still be dateable, but definitely not AP and definitely not Precious. But please, singles, when you meet someone, they don't need to know your whole history. They don't need to know your sexual history. They don't need to know the last time you had sex. They don't need to know the last time you went out to dinner. Have casual conversations. Get to know them. Do an information gathering. Don't be fake, but you don't have to tell them everything about you, because the first thing a person does is when you meet them, whatever comes out your mouth, that's what you're going to be judged with. So be very, very careful. And I don't care what nobody said. Men judge women more than women judge men. Women will give a man a chance, whereas a man won't give a woman a chance. She said the wrong thing. So be careful. Hey, girl. Hey, guys. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Come on, go on this journey with me. You might learn something. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.